Welcome back to Bored to Death, the podcast where he was a boy and she was a girl. God, I'm really excited for this one. We've got 3 brand new guests.
Hell
We've
yeah.
got Dean, Zach and Ali.
Aye, aye.
How is everyone feeling?
Tremendous. That's what I'm feeling right now.
Excited to finally be here.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. And I've had just a generally good day today, so
Good. No, that's good.
so I can't complain. Traffic's pish, but
Bank holiday weekend vibes. Let's go.
exactly, man. Exactly, Ali.
What we'll do is, as always, just kind of start from the top with our guests. So, Dean, do you want to go into how you get into skateboarding?
Oh shit, man. Jesus. So I've been skating like just over 20 years now.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm 31, so I'm like,
Are you?
yeah, man.
You look good for 31.
Thank you. Keep talking, keep talking, keep talking. So Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, year 2000. I think I was in primary 6 when I got that. Got really into music because like Rage Against the Machine and fucking everything that was on. You know what I mean?
The soundtrack.
I think I still play Tony Hawk soundtracks on like my
Oh,
Spotify and shit
same.
all the time. And then I got into guitar a lot, and then when I went to high school, 2002, I saw like all the older guys, like 4th, 5th year, actually skating.
Yeah.
Kickflips and ollies and jumping downstairs and shit, and that was it. It was just like, I need to fucking do that. And that's been it, man. Just pretty much constantly ever since.
Oh, where did you grow up?
Fife. So I lived in Glasgow until I was 6 with my mum, and then my mum and my dad, we moved through there when she had my sisters, and I've been in Fife ever since. So I'm a Fifer. I would say I'm a Fifer, man. You know what I mean?
What was the skate scene like at that time? Like 2002?
Amazing.
Yeah, I would have thought
and
so.
So like, to put you in the picture, what scooter kids are now that's what we were back then. You know what I mean? Everyone skated. Everybody in my street, everybody in my school, everybody had a board for at least 6 months, and then like
The
most
inevitable happens.
yeah, a couple of wrists get broke, and folk are, I don't know about that anymore. Folk are wanting to get girlfriends, so skateboarding isn't maybe necessarily so cool for that when you're at high school. I don't know, but a couple of us like stuck at it and that, but where I live, I'm like literally the only skateboarder there.
Oh,
Yeah,
no kids?
nah,
Wow.
none, man. Been trying to get kids into it, but it's just not scooters, man. But that's what it is. It's not too bad.
Change times for the worst.
No, genuinely.
What about you, Zach? Same question.
Yeah, same as Dean. I'm a Fife lad. I live in Dunfermline. I used to live in Dunfermline. I moved through to Glasgow about 3 years ago.
Lockdown, eh?
It was just before lockdown. We moved in like the end of February, and obviously lockdown kicked in March.
Yeah.
No, it's Dunfermline. I absolutely love the place, to be honest. The park itself is brutal, to be honest. It was great for me and us when we were there, but yeah, it was brutal, to be honest.
Cool, because I watched Zach like grow up. You know what I mean? I was
Yeah.
like 18, 19, and Zach was in like 2nd year, 3rd year of high school. So he was like the
He
wee
was
Grom.
one of my idols.
Yeah, man. He was like the wee Grom coming up in that, man, eh? So it's cool. I've seen like maybe like 4 or 5 generations of skaters in Dunfermline now.
Yeah.
But aye, it's so
Godfather.
sick. Yeah, man. It's
It's
sick,
strange
man.
as well though, because like, see, like when I go back to Dunfermline now, there's like a whole like
Yeah, you don't know
new,
any- yeah.
like I honestly don't know any of them. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So
It's like
sick.
the whole new generations come in. It's class. Like if I'm being honest, I loved skating Dunfermline. It was amazing. When Ballingery got built though, it just
That's the
completely-
little village where I live.
it just completely changed. Ballingery was just like a dreamland for us, and I love that place.
And how you finding Glasgow? Like living in Glasgow?
Amazing. It's brilliant. Absolutely
Good.
brilliant. Just got everything. It just quick fire. Like everything's there. I'd say that's what like Fife
So
doesn't
many
have.
spots.
Yeah, the spots, the
Yeah.
skate scene's just like incredible. Absolutely brilliant. Like love it.
Good. And last but certainly not least, Mr. Forgotten Road himself.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, from Inverness, born and raised. Moved about with work recently, so I've been Newcastle, Aberdeen, Glasgow, Edinburgh, all over. But I know how good we've got it up there in the Highlands.
Yeah.
Did take us a while though. Before that skate park got built, there wasn't much to be had up there. We had 3 ramps and some car parks. That's about it.
Do you remember getting
Sometimes
your
it
first
takes
skateboard?
initiative.
Yeah, that's true. My first skateboard was actually from a family friend's garage. Like found it when I was like 10, maybe just before the Tony Hawk thing
Hell
kicked
yeah.
off. And it was one of those big old shape boards, plastic on the tail, plastic on the nose,
Bang.
plastic wheels.
Fishboard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like proper did it the old school way. Started off on the knees, went up to the butt, and then started standing on it, and then got a proper popsicle shaped board and thought I was the man. And yeah, we just had a small crew. Secondary school, we'd start going down to Aviemore, which makes no sense, but Aviemore had a better ramp than Inverness did.
Ah.
So we'd go down there regularly when we were sort of 14, 15. And then obviously same old distractions that everybody gets. Girls, drink and things like that. And skateboard maybe get sidelined for a wee bit.
Yep.
And at that, and I don't know about down here, but up north every winter it's like, oh, pause.
Yeah, of course.
See you in March.
Yeah.
It's the exact same in Fife, man. We have no indoor parks in Fife.
Yeah,
Nothing.
we're Aberdeen 2.5 hours or Loading Bay 3 hours.
Yeah, man.
And then,
You're not doing
and then
that.
you got to drive home.
And then you have to drive home. Exactly, man. You need to book a
Yeah.
hotel if you want to go to a skate park. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
do it
man.
big.
Bad, isn't it? That
Crazy.
is bad.
Crazy, man.
That
We're
is
lucky
bad.
because, like, Woody's, Nathan, that was on the podcast a few episodes ago, he owns Woody's skate park,
Yeah.
which is basically just a mini ramp, man, in this wee, like, unit. But
Yeah.
it's like a godsend, you know what I mean? Like,
Oh, 1,000%.
dude, I
yeah.
didn't skate mini ramp, but I'll skate there
It's something.
all the time in the
Ah, you
winter,
did
man.
manuals across them.
Yeah, dude, I'll just manual the fucking. Sorry, guys, like breaking up the sesh because I'm manualing through the mini ramp.
Yeah, I feel like this winter will be different, but probably or hopefully in a better way, just because like winter 2020 and 2021, like a lot of even indoor parks were closed.
Yeah,
Just
man.
because of what's obviously happened. Like 2020 would definitely been bad, and then last year, like
It was like drifting drabs
oh,
last
it was
year,
like
innit?
that Omicron thing last
Yeah,
Christmas. So like
yeah.
everything started shutting down again, and like for months. So hopefully this will be the first winter where the people that can get to indoor parks can actually go like
Consistently.
when they
I,
want.
I feel
yeah.
like with the loading bay as well, like they hadn't long opened, when it like
started,
all obviously
yeah.
happened. So it must have been hard for them, I imagine.
Yeah, no, definitely. You're just hoping. What year is this? 2022.
2022, man, aye. Halfway through this one.
Yeah.
Month number 8.
It's weird. It's weird.
I think COVID has made time go like that.
It's
You know what I mean?
it's weird. and
Genuinely,
it's
everything's
scary.
just blended like,
Yeah.
together, kind of thing. Yeah.
I've always been really good with like my months and my years, and there's now I don't know if it's getting older, but there's like times I'm like, was that 2020? No, that was 2021.
That's just your memory starting to.
And I'm just like, wow, but nah, totally. Like 2020 and 2021 are just kind of like
It's the same thing.
fuzz.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
There was no great event to make you think, oh,
Yeah,
that was
exactly.
that
well,
was
that's
that
what
time.
happened that year. Yeah. No. All just shit.
Yeah.
It was the way, like, seriously. Like, I hated lockdown, man. I worked through it all.
Really?
I worked through didn't get
Same here.
any
Yeah,
time. I'm like
same.
a key worker, you know what I
I
mean?
never either.
I'm a support worker. So, yeah, we worked through it all, man. And then, like, I was just everything being shut for my service users, man. That's like a night. They've got autism.
Oh, of course.
So it's like the routine just goes. Like what they're used to Monday to Sunday, done. Like we need to try and make up something new. And yeah, 2020 was probably one of the hardest years I've ever had in my working life. Easy. People being off and covering sick.
Yeah.
Zach knows how much I worked during 2020, man. It's like 80-hour weeks every single
Picking up
week.
the slack, you know what I mean?
yeah, I was just so envious.
So glad to be past it.
Yeah, I know it's controversial, but I was definitely envious of the people that were on furlough.
Yep.
And like, see, when we had that summer, like the summer 2020, and I was like, that's a fucking joke.
Aye, of course.
That's a fucking joke, because I've just like an office job, so Monday, Friday, 9 to half 5. So that translated into me sitting at my laptop at the kitchen table Monday to Friday, 9 to half 5, just the silence and the typing and the silence.
I
and the
never
typing.
liked the idea of working from home, if I'm being honest. I feel like, I don't
it
know,
was just-
making that like your thing, it just like, you can't escape it.
It was
you know
really
what I mean?
weird. Like 40 hours a week, 4 weeks a month. For how long did that go on? Like
Yeah.
March until.
Felt like forever.
It was just.
Oh, it was easy until the end of summer. It was easy until the end of summer in
Yeah.
2020. Because my missus, she's a tattooist and they didn't work. I think they worked like 3 months of the year out of 2020. 3 months. You know what I mean? And just nuts, man. Like every industry struggled though, you know what I mean? It wasn't just
Yeah, for sure.
everyone. Catering to the music industry took a massive amount of bars and shit that
You know,
shut,
that's
and
something I'll actually
venues and
that's something I will remember from lockdown was a lot of artists, obviously because they couldn't tour, but a lot of them had already like got their stage production and everything. So what they did was put like live streams on that you
Yeah,
had
man.
to pay.
I love that.
And
as
I
well.
remember like putting the lights out in the living room and getting a drink and like they emailed you your wee ticket and then it was like a countdown to start and it was just like, that was weird, man. Like I watched a concert like in my living room live that
That's so
no
good.
one else was at. It was
That's amazing.
very weird.
We done that as well, me and my missus. I think, who was it that we paid for? Was it? Oh man, I can't even think. It was some female artist that we like, that she totally loves. Melanie Martinez.
Oh, okay.
She had put on like a like
Live
you were
stream
saying, like
thing,
a live stream
yeah.
show thingy, but it was like it wasn't live though, it was pre-recorded. So I was like, that's a bit weird, innit? To make people pay for something that's pre-recorded.
Yeah.
It's like making someone pay for a music video.
That's a good way of putting it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A bit strange, but it was cool though. Hopefully it doesn't get streamed again, because then it is actually worth the money.
Yeah.
But if you know what I mean, brings it on YouTube or something, you're like, I've paid like 30 quid to watch a YouTube video.
Essentially.
Is that how much it was?
Yeah, I think it was like 30 quid or something, man. It was
Each?
No,
Oh,
just for
right, fair
your
enough.
code for to get it on your TV or whatever. It was like an hour and a half long or something. It's like, I get it.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
I paid
You pay
15.
that for a DVD.
I paid £15 to see an hour-long comedy special. A guy that I like, Netflix were like, take these jokes out, and he was like, nah, I'll buy my special off you and put it out myself on my own website.
Amazing.
And yeah, genius. Means
Amazing.
You can say what he wants.
Who is that, by the way?
Andrew Schultz.
Andrew Schultz. Yeah, I love Andrew Schultz.
Yeah, he's good, like.
amazing, man.
Well,
So good.
I'll move over to our question time.
Oh yeah.
Okay, these are not individual anymore. I'm just gonna like fire these out, and whoever wants to go first can go first. Favorite place to skate in Scotland?
It's got to be the Arches. Just the best place ever.
I would. That is up there. I've never been to the Forgotten Road.
I was about to say, am I allowed to say my own
Of
spot?
Yeah.
of course, it's
Like,
my favourite place. That's
me
why I
and
spend so
Zach
much time skating it there.
Yeah.
man.
I'm dying to get up there. To be
Me and
honest.
Zach have been dying to get a wee trip up to Inverness to get to see the Forgotten Road, because it looks amazing.
We last on a trip, like when we last went up there, we were actually like, we sort of waited around for a couple hours, or like I think Dean had messaged you, and like we got back in the car, we're like, oh, he must be busy or whatever it is. So we drove back down, and we must have got to like, I think it was like what. Where's the place? Where's that skate park on the coast?
Arbroath.
Arbroath. And then obviously you replied.
And we're like, should we go back up now? And I was like, it's like another like 3.5 hours.
I'm so bad for looking at the DM requests and stuff like that. My bad.
Not
bad.
at all, man.
No,
Not at all.
message to me very early if you're planning on coming up and want me to reply, because I'm really bad at looking at that requested messages.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a black hole, by the way.
That is a
Like
black
I feel
hole.
terrible sometimes when I go onto the pages. I just always forget that's there, and it's like 6 weeks ago. I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake, that's shocking of me. Like of me, that's so bad. But
As long as you get there in the end, as long as you do get back to someone and say, "Oh, look, I'm really
that's it.
sorry.
yeah.
Yeah.
Aye, man.
I've accepted your message now, so the next time you message me, I'll get a notification."
Aye, we're only human, eh? Like,
Exactly.
We're no robots.
Any reason for the Arches?
The place is just like that's what a DIY should be. You know what I mean? Just like raj mad things that like basically nobody can skate. It makes you into a better skater. You know what I mean? Like,
Agreed, agreed.
I love it.
I love. Oh man, it's so hard. I love the old Bristol Square. Again, that's not a current place that I can skate, but that is the place that I grew up skating. Like, my mum and dad would take me every weekend to drop me off, and they would go away doing whatever they were doing in Edinburgh. And sometimes I didn't even come home. I'd stay at friends' houses. But Bristol back in the day was insane. Can't explain.
Yeah.
It's kind of like what Transport Museum is now for people here. You know what I mean? Like a place that like wasn't built for skating, but everybody skates there.
Yeah.
That kind of is built for skating. You know what I mean? And just the volume of people that came out of there and shit that you got to see go down, and it was just nuts. Everything about that place. But currently, Kingston, I really like Kingston, because like you can skate there.
It's just there's
365.
something different about hitting the DIYs. I feel like because like where we're from, there like wasn't
There's
any.
nothing.
There's literally nothing
No
like that.
one's
Like
building
literally
anything in
nothing.
Fife. There's
So
30 skaters in Fife.
to come through here and like the two DIYs to like really, I don't know. Obviously, Kingston only started as like 2 years old, I think. That was just like a dream for me. Like we arrived in Glasgow, me and Sam, and I don't know, Tam like got pal with Tam, and he's just like, I don't know, a king. If I'm being honest, he's just brilliant,
He's
man.
lovely.
Like
They're
just
so driven down there,
yeah,
man.
they
you know
are,
what I
man.
mean?
They
They're
so are.
non-stop. They're non-stop.
Yeah, dude.
It's good motivation for everybody else that's watching them going,
But that's
I
it.
want to get building.
Yeah, I want
Yeah.
to get that shit too. Yeah, definitely, man. It's so cool.
We're seeing them in a few weeks, so I'm very
amazing,
excited for
man.
that conversation.
That'll be
Yeah.
a brilliant combo.
I feel like that was like a massive positive that came out of the lockdown. If I'm being honest, like people
DIYs
like
getting built.
DIYs just all over the UK
Yeah.
getting built. You know what I mean? Like
Bringing out.
it got people off like getting off their ass and onto their feet and out the door doing stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The whole scene that's been created as well, like by Kingston and the Archies, is brilliant.
There's a proper sense of community in Glasgow. That's what I find. Like, because I go everywhere, man. Go to Aberdeen, go to Edinburgh, Dundee.
Anywhere it'll take you.
Glasgow. Pretty much, man. You know what I mean? But like, Glasgow has like a different vibe compared to most cities. Because most cities is really, and don't get me wrong, Glasgow's got cliques. Everybody's got cliques. But the cliques here are really nice as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the cliques actually talk to you and that.
Yeah, it's definitely different from what I had in my head
Mhm.
it was going to be, like, before I even started this. Like, I just imagined it. And I had no reason to, by the way, but just cliquey or not that welcoming. And while, in fact, it was like the diametrical opposite.
Yeah,
Like,
Oh, for sure.
I found that as well.
yeah, I
Yeah.
found that when I first started of doing the show, I was like, will people even want to come on it? Should I pay for studio time? And then no one's like, fuck that, like, no. But then, like, people were lovely, very positive about it, and
Open and
yeah, more shame on me for having preconceived notions, but people were just
So chill.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
What about your favourite, oh no, hang on, let me rephrase this. A place you would love to skate but haven't yet outside of the UK?
Mm.
What you thinking, Ali? Where are we going?
I mean, it doesn't have to be a specific, like even a city.
I will go to FDR.
Oh, hell yeah. What
Like, the place is just insane. Like, I'm sure most people would be like, oh, you should go to Portland first. Nah, I will go to Philly.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
that place
yeah,
is
yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
insane. And they're just,
the history.
the history, like, you just see how they're building. It's just like, it reminds me of like Primitive Human, but like on a major level. Like, the stuff they're building is just like,
There's one that it's in Philly. Oh, I don't know the name of it, but it's the one you always see.
is it
That'll
the
be-
famous one with the BAM footage?
Yeah,
that's
that
FDR.
one. That's the
Yeah.
one. That's
That's
the one.
FDR.
I got there in the end. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
It was in like Tony Hawk's and shit.
yeah.
Yeah,
It was a level on Tony Hawk's and that.
Yeah.
That's the first time I seen that on Tony Hawk's, I was like, this is a place. Like, this is an actual place. And then you would like find the secret tapes and look at BAM's footage and you'd see it and you're like, it's an actual, oh my God, this skate park is an actual
It's
skate
real,
park.
yeah.
Yeah, it's real. It's not just in the game. You know what I mean? Oh man, yeah, I feel you. FDR's got a special place
Yeah.
in my heart as well.
I think for me it's I want to go to Barcelona more than anywhere. I think
I would go back to
we
Barcelona.
were meant to be going last year. Again, COVID
Yeah,
ruined
yeah.
that. Like, but no, I'm dying to go there. To be honest with you.
That's the best place I've ever skated.
Yeah,
Barcelona.
By far.
If you skateboard and you live in Europe and you've not been to Barcelona,
You're failing.
what are you doing to
Yeah,
yourself?
yeah.
What are you doing to yourself?
100. It is like, I tell people it's like the skateboarding version of Jerusalem. It's like what Jerusalem means to Christians. That's what Barcelona means to
Makba.
skateboarders. You know, that genuinely is, man.
Skateboarding Mecca of Europe.
every corner you turn, and every corner you're like, what spot? Like, oh, that was in the CKY. Oh, that
That
oh my
was
God.
in
Like, oh my God, that was in Down to Live. Oh my God, it's insane. If you love skateboarding, tourist wise, like, yeah, your mind will be blown going to Barcelona. And it's like so sunny and everybody's
Yeah,
beautiful.
it's different. It's different. Favorite skater of all time?
John Rattery.
Dennis Busenitz.
Grant Taylor.
Oh, well, paid, sir.
That was a good run.
That was a
And then
good
you really had to like think about it. I like that.
John Rattery, just because he's like, yeah, he's like the Scottish legend of skateboarding, in my opinion. Like, when I grew up, it was watching like Blueprint, Waiting for the World, and then like when he got on Zero and Dying to Live came out, and he's 500 miles song and that.
Yeah.
He used the Proclaimers and shit. It was just man, yeah, that was yeah, he's up there for me, like definitely. And I met him like 3 weeks ago because he'd done the
Oh, the red.
the
was it
loading.
red?
No, it was at the loading bay for the mental skate for
Oh,
mental health
yeah,
thing and
yeah,
that.
Yeah, that was so good.
Epic, man. Like I was like trying my best not to be like that little
The
fucking
fanboy.
oh my god, it's John
no.
Rabbit. Like seriously, man, I was having to seriously contain myself. Like, I'd waited like right to the end before I properly went up and spoke to him and that.
Did you ask him for a selfie?
Oh yeah, dude, I got a selfie. He signed
Yeah, I
my
was gonna
camera
say,
bag.
did they
Like,
sign
we're sitting chatting shit for about 10 minutes about like filming and spots, and he's like the true definition of a professional skateboarder in my opinion. Talks to there was not a person at that event, 200 people there probably,
Yeah.
that he didn't speak to. You know what I mean? He was like that type of guy. Sorry, John Rattery, 100% for me. Like, sorry.
No, not at all. Not at all. So, yeah, guys, word of the day is forgotten, as in Forgotten Road. For international listeners, you heard this mentioned a couple of times on the podcast before. Don't know where to start with it. It's probably one of the most obscure but talked about DIYs in the country. Red Bill called it one of the world's longest skate spots. How did that one feel?
That's what made me get the trundle wheel out and measure it. 270 meters for anybody wondering.
Dude, that's so big.
It's quite long.
See, when you
That
see the
is
videos
so
of it, it's
big.
like, you know, the ones where it just goes like along, and it turns the corner and then just goes along for miles.
I need to put something in that middle bit. There's like, basically there's ledges up the top because that dries a day faster than down the bottom. So it's like just quick, easy things that you can skate. So ledges there. And then it snakes down a wee bit. There's probably about 50 meters of it snaking through the trees that, I don't know, I feel like I need to put something in there.
In there as well,
Because like
yeah.
your legs go a bit dead when you're cruising down from, if you're trying to do a full
Yeah,
run, you know,
yeah.
you need maybe just a couple banks or something like that, just something to keep the legs
Keep
fresh.
the flow
Yeah.
going.
Not too much speed though. You don't want to build up too much of that. Firing into the top section, far too hot.
Where did it all start? Like, let's go back to like the start for the people that haven't seen
How did
it.
you find the place? That's what I really want to know.
Yeah.
How did it actually, like, how did you just come across that shit?
So I discovered, well, the road had been there for years. There's actually dirt jumps that were there first. The dirt jumps were built back in like 2000. And I now know the boys that built them. I actually ended up working with one of them, and the other ones actually started skateboarding last summer. So those dirt jumps have been there for, well, it would have been 15 years before I then started the road. So when I started the road, I was like, obviously it's got to be inclusive for BMXers too, because
Yeah.
it's right next to their spot.
Yeah.
And technically the road is one level up from the dirt jump, so it's kind of putting it a bit more out there. Like you can see the DIY from footpaths if you're walking by, or equally if you're on the tourist bus, the open top tourist bus, you can see right in about it. So there was a wee bit of apprehension from the biker boys when we first started scraping it back and seeing, all right, this is an old road. You know, the painted white line was the big bingo moment of,
This used to be a road.
this has potential. So it was through Red Bull did the competition. They gave out pallets of cement to the local skate shops. I think it was 16 originally around the UK. Creative Skate Store, RIP. They got given it because it was furthest north. So it's like so when you're putting things on a map, it's nice to be able to go bang, one up there.
Yeah.
So we got that. I'd let them know about the location, and as you say, it's most DIYs are just on an old like abandoned building site or something like that. This is an old road with a canopy of trees running down it, so it's
a bit different, man.
It just
Yeah.
looks crazy.
It's
visually it's something else, and I think that's kind of what's made it so mystical to a lot of people. Like if it was just a flat road,
it's just another road, but
It looks like it could have been like talking about pro skater levels. Like it looks like
it's a game. It's a fucking
like,
video game.
It looks as if it's the real life. Like it looks as if I don't know how to put that. It's like I've read the book and then I see the movie. Like that could have been like a level in a game. that I've now seen like the real life version of it built. Like
100%.
God,
100%.
like you wouldn't really believe it was real until like you go on. We'll obviously put the link in the description to see like the photos and the videos of this
Yeah.
place. It's like
An original Tony Hawk's 1 level.
Dude,
It's
like,
slightly downhill too. So it's like
Seriously.
snake run.
seriously.
Maybe I need to
Like
make
the
a
airport level.
hidden tape, make a secret tape somewhere down the spot.
so. Was it like 2014 you started this?
So 2014, we heard about the competition and started like looking about. And then it was the start of 2015, the skate shop got confirmed, like, we're going to get this materials. So at that point, I kind of got a group of friends. And it's the same crew. Like before I built this, I've always been into building. Like I'd help build out of the dirt jumps. Don't ride a dirt jump bike. I help out building mountain bike trails. Don't ride a mountain bike. When winter comes, constantly building stuff out of snow and things like that. I do actually snowboard though, so that's
Hell yeah.
that's nice. But yeah,
That's one thing the North has is like amazing snowboarding spots.
Oh yeah, like 3 resorts within an hour.
Yeah.
So it's
Beautiful, man.
Highlands, can't recommend it enough.
Have you been to the Pine Martin?
The Pine Martin Bar.
Yeah, with the mini.
David Crockett, an Inverness local, that's pretty much his spot. He is there non-stop.
Oh, you're right.
We haven't been there yet. I haven't been there yet, but I've heard good things.
I went up there to stay in a log cabin, and like that was like the closest bar. We didn't actually know anything about it. We had the boards with us, but sadly it rained the whole time over there, so we never
Didn't
got a
get
shot of
staying,
it. But
yeah.
the wee bar in that there's class, so really really good.
Inverness needs
sick.
one of them. A wee bar with a mini ramp.
Yeah,
Because that's what
Every place.
When we used to go to Aviemore, when the early years when we were skateboarding, it's because there was a bar, Chevy's, that had the skate shop above it, North 57, and it
Wow.
had the mini
sounds
ramp.
like a dream.
Had the mini ramp outside of it. It's actually in one of the original Dirty Sanchez videos.
Oh, really?
What were they before Dirty Sanchez? When they were like the actual skate crew.
Oh, Kill City.
Kill City.
Yeah.
There's the Aviemore ramps
I'm
in the Kill. Yeah, the Aviemore ramps in the Kill City video. Wasted.
Sick, man.
Well,
I've got quite a cool story about Kill City. I went to a demo that they done in like 2003, maybe in Perth, at Perth Skate Park. And yeah, I would have been like 13 or 14 at the time. Snapped my board, and Pancho came up to me and was like, "You can have my board, but you need to get your dad to go to the shop and get me 8 cans and 20 fags, and I'll give you my board." And I was like, "Really?" He was like, "Yeah, get your dad to go get like." So that's what we done. I was like, "Dad, you need to go and get 8 cans right now. I'm not on the board." So he did. My dad went to the shop, got 8 cans, 20 fags, went back up to Pancho, and he was fucked. He was barely even skating anyway, because he was just drinking all the time. But I went up. There's the 8 cans and 20 fags. Full complete. There you go.
Bargain.
And I skated it until it broke. I'm an idiot. I wish
Yeah,
I'd
when you
kept
said I've
it.
got a story, I never expected that, and I loved that.
Honestly,
That is so cool.
weird as anything I know, but that's like I met Pancho that day, and who else was there? Dayton was there, and I think they were the only two of the actual Dirty Sanchez crew that were there. But like all the other Kill City guys and that were there skating. Ben Layden and that,
Oh,
was
yeah.
on the team in that at the time, and that was so cool, man. It was mental.
And the road, when did it start, or when did you feel it started becoming a bit of like this was catching on, and people in different cities, Glasgow, Edinburgh, Aberdeen, were finding out about it?
I think second year it got a wee bit of. I think there was somebody from Glasgow came up and filmed a wee bit in it, and that kind of like got shared a fair bit, and it was like all of a sudden it was like growing a wee bit that way. But then I don't know. It's just people always tell me that they've. Oh, I mentioned I'm from Inverness. They're like, oh, the road, and I feel like there's so many people that know about it, but they haven't necessarily liked the Instagram page or anything like that.
Yeah.
But like everybody seems to know about it, and it's like become this pilgrimage that people are like, oh well, Inverness is a really good park, and there's that DIY there, so we might as well go up.
Yeah, that's literally like the two most common things I hear about Inverness, or like anyone that's been listening to the show, is they have a great skate park and there's the Forgotten Road.
And we're actually about to get our third skate park as well.
Really?
So we've
Right,
got
you guys are at it.
Yeah.
So
You
we've
guys have like probably one of the best skate parks in
Yeah.
the country up there. You do. It's insane.
like I say, we did have to wait 15 years to get it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Nah, I feel
Worth
you,
it,
man.
though.
I feel you.
Time well spent. Time well spent. But yeah, it's such a good park, and in my eyes, what I'd like to do is try and get the inside of it filled in. Basically, we've got all the stone areas,
Yeah, yeah.
and it's
yeah.
just like such a waste of space.
Yeah.
But then obviously, cost I think it was 350,000 to build the park, so to fill in the middle bits, probably looking at like 150,000 in total.
Yeah.
So we'll let the third skate park get built,
first.
and then we'll maybe look into trying to get that done.
It was Concrete, Youngo and that built that,
Concrete,
right?
yeah, it was his first big park. Then he came back and he did Raigmore 2 years later. And
I've never been there yet, Raigmore.
It's just a tiny,
Just a wee one.
wee satellite one, and then we're just getting Inches is going to be starting, and that's going to be more like a plaza ledge rail.
Is there an indoor park up there, or a park that's under some sort of shelter that's wooden? Because I mind seeing clips with, we Frankie and that, and Xander, when they were younger.
Mutavord.
Is that what I'm...
It's basically a cattle shed. It's got no sides on it. It's just a roof.
Yeah, just a roof type thing, yeah.
So there's a guy, Nigel Campbell, no relation, but he's an absolute hero. He's the reason that we got the skate park. He's the reason we got the pump track. He's the reason that Bewley got a mini ramp. He's the reason that Mutavord got a skate
Shout
park.
out Nigel.
Nigel is the man. And basically, he's the one that was like, right, we're going to get 40,000 to put a roof over the skate park. Unfortunately, Mutavord has the worst antisocial behaviour out of anywhere in the Highlands,
Really?
like by a country mile. You could have picked any other village to put that ramp in and it would have been fine. You've put it in Mutavord and the kids walk past the police station to get to the ramp to then sit there and smash it and smash bottles. And
Right.
But you've seen, well, it obviously worked because you've seen wee Frankie.
Oh, yeah, dude. Frankie's insane. So's Xander. Both of them.
Xander too.
Like, they seem like best buddies.
Yeah, they like grew up
together.
bouncing off each other and yeah. Then
I'll never see them like in the comps war thistles when stuff happens down here or and they come down and that
Frankie
kind
was
of thing.
doing it a wee bit. He did make the effort to come down.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
He's at that age now, those distractions come on hard.
Oh, yeah, man. I always tell people, like, skateboarding doesn't go anywhere. It's always
Yeah,
going to be.
it'll be there.
Go and do your thing.
Yeah.
Grow up, like,
That's good
enjoy
advice.
life. Like, who wants to just be, like, go and enjoy yourself, man? I love being 18 and going out drinking and meeting new people at bars and, like, going to gigs all the time. Like, that's what it's about.
There has been a few people on that have said, like, it's just been totally consistent, but the general story is, I don't know, like, whatever, like, 8 to 18.
Yeah.
And then, like, 26 plus. And then there's just like that gap of time between like 18 and 25.
Yeah.
Which, as you said, that's best
It's
advice.
normal.
Like, it's always going to be
We don't
there.
live in LA and it's not hot 365 days of the year here. So, like Ali was saying, winter comes and you don't see your board for 6 months. So, like, what else are you going to be doing? You know what I mean? Well, that's the way I see it anyway. And certainly how I took it when I was younger.
Building up the DIY. You can do that.
You can do that.
You can do that.
Yeah.
That must be intense, like doing anything with it over a Scottish winters.
I've had good ones and I've had bad ones. Like some couple winters ago, it was like so bad that I'd go up and you'd throw the matic into the ground and the ground's solid, and you're like,
I did nothing.
at that point, I usually go back to helping my mountain bike friends with whatever they're up to. 'Cause
build
they're
some
in-
dirt jumps.
Yeah, build dirt jumps and stuff like that, or maybe if there's snow, actually build some stuff out of snow, because that's
so fun.
it's just brilliant. It's like building with clouds, like compared to cement, and then like so basically started off building with dirt, and that's like, it's okay, it is what it is. And then you build with snow, and it's like, well, this is a piss take. This is so easy.
You can do anything.
And then you go to cement and concrete, and you're like, oh, this is
Hard.
I understand why nobody wants to do this very
yeah.
often. but once you get into
It's because it's such a process as well, you know what I mean? Like building with concrete, and you need loads of rubble, you need wire.
I feel that the beginning part, like it's not so much like the actual putting the concrete in, it's like the foundation. See, getting everything out and everything like that.
The prep.
Yeah, that's the
prep's
worst
the
part,
worst.
man.
It's the worst.
Definitely.
You need to really, really enjoy it to keep doing it, if you know what I mean. I think anyway. I've never been good with my hands in that sort of respect. Like I'm not like a DIYist or anything like that. I'm like the who can I call to get this done for me guy at the cheapest possible rate.
I mean,
or maybe for my dad because he's good with that shit.
Yeah, that's the usual one. You must feel like, I don't even know if like proud is a word, but just so like, I wish, by the way, the people could see like the facial expression I did there. Like, like when you go on like Instagram or whatever, and you're seeing like, I kind of made that happen.
I kind of take it
Not like that,
I
but
take it for granted a lot, to be
Yeah.
honest. Like as people posting things and things like that, I'm like, eh. And then to be honest, the times when I really get that sense of like, is usually if I've been away, say if I've been working away for a week and I come back, I walk in and I'm sad, I'll go and check on the place, even if I'm not skating, I'll just go and have a walk up and
Hell
down
yeah.
the place.
Yeah,
That's how you should be doing.
Hell yeah,
it.
man, sure,
That's how you
baby.
keep it. That's how you keep it
Sure,
tidy, keep
baby,
it good.
man.
You know what I mean?
So basically when I'm walking back out, usually once I've been away for a while, that's when I get that wee moment of, oh yeah, this is
I done this.
coming along.
No, so you should.
We done this.
But then at the back of my head, I've got 21 different things that I've got planned for up there,
yeah.
and it's just like, where do you start?
Yeah, give me two.
Two, I've got a ride-on quarter pipe that's going to be like a ledge as well, planned for, if anybody knows the place, it's like the rainbow quarter at the top, that's a mani pad. I'm basically going to make a ride-on grind with that and trying to make a ledge to quarter pipe behind that.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, I probably spend far too much time sitting up
Anything
there.
with ride-on grinds where 0 ollies are required, I am into.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm 34. I'm going to be 35 next year. I'm trying to build this spot so I can skate it well into my 50s, 60s.
Slappy
Yeah,
first.
man.
Slappies for days.
Hell yeah. Like I've got like the past like year or
Yeah,
so,
oh,
okay,
yeah.
all I do is slappies now. Like all apart from filming. But like if I'm not filming, I'm doing slappies.
Get the slappies
Yeah, we
on.
better go to a curb spot or I'm gonna be unhappy.
I'm actually hoping to get some molds from a guy in Newcastle, trapezium curbs.
Oh, amazing.
So yeah, I've seen all the curbs that he's built down at the wasteland down at
I think I've seen some of his stuff on Instagram
Yeah,
and that,
he's-
man. Not
he knows
crazy
what-
looking builds.
Yeah, he knows what he's up to. So through working in Newcastle, met him and mentioned that I make my spot and it'd be cool to get some curbs. And he's like, oh, I'll make some forms. So yeah, mint. Saves
God
me having
bless
to do it.
skateboarding, man.
Meet all the best people.
Yeah, you
all
do.
the best
Yeah.
people.
Oh, yeah.
You really do,
Yeah.
man. You
But,
really,
like-
really do.
100% of the funding, or at least the majority of the funding, is from donations. Or people wanting to help out.
Now it is.
Yeah.
At the start, it was like Red Bull gave the supplies, which was like 12 bags of cement,
Yeah, yeah.
25 bags of sand, and stuff like that. I've never actually counted it, but I've pumped a fair bit of money in myself.
Yeah, I
I've,
bet.
Yeah,
I've,
I
I've,
bet
I've got
you
this
would have
envelope
to.
at home where I keep all the receipts.
Really?
And in my head, it's like, God forbid if the landowner ever did try and come down and be like, oh, look, you're going to have to get rid of it. I'd be like, well, here's how much I've put into it. And,
Yeah.
like, not trying to be like, oh, I own
No,
it
not
now.
at all,
But
not
like,
at
just to be
all.
like, look, this is how much I've put into it. Just if that would make a difference to you.
Yeah.
Like, show you actually love the place, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, it is
Aye.
your baby. Like, I put all this into it, you know, and that's like a physical record of it. I get that.
I've probably got a few local dog walkers that could put a good testimony in for me as well. Like, see me up there every night and things like
Yeah.
that and get the crack. And like, so many locals are aware of it and they know it's just myself generally up there
Yeah.
working away and stuff like that. And they love it.
Yeah,
They're just
yeah.
like, are you getting paid to do this? And I'm like, no, I'm paying to do it actually. And they're just
Yeah.
like,
It's like the opposite.
I know.
you're mental. And it's just like, well, before I did stuff like that, I'd be one of those people who think nothing is just sitting, wasting a whole day watching Netflix, playing,
Whatever.
building levels on Skate 3.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So like,
No, I totally get what you mean with the.
I just
The
can't
whole
help. I can't
concept, yeah.
help it now. Like, because of the DIY, I can't take a day off. Like I sit down and try and have a chill day. In my head, I'm like, I could be doing this, could be
It's
doing this, could be doing this, could be
productivity,
doing this.
anxiety.
And if it's not even to do with the road, then I'm the vice chairman of the charity that runs the skate park as well.
So there's plenty to be doing with that. And
So we've been trying to get contactless payments set up for the lighting down there because for the last year I've been driving down, turning the lights on manually and turning them off when everybody's done.
jeez, man.
And then, well, I don't know, people might have seen that the bowl's been an
Ali,
ongoing.
you're a straight up saint.
I know, I was going to say, you're
You're
actually a
straight
hero,
up
man.
Saint, man. Saint of the North.
Been working with trying to get the bowl emptied because the bowl's been an ongoing
Filled
issue
up with shit.
filling up.
Yeah,
so I've
see
been
your
trying
Instagram with it.
try to keep on top of that as well. And then I was also the idiot that the end of last winter, I was like, I'm gonna get an indoor skate park and full on quit my job, thinking, oh, let's go. Like did a
man.
trip around the UK, visited a couple of skate parks, got my skateboard GB coaching certificate,
Oh, hell yeah.
got it all moving, all going, and then we got a business plan together, went towards the funder, and he was like, I love it. I was gonna do this 17 years ago, but Inverness wasn't ready. I want in. And I was like, right. And he's like, get me some funding and I'll do your business plan and do it all properly for you. So it's like, okay, right. I'll be
I
back.
thought we were already there, but okay.
I'll be back with your money at some point. And then it's just, you know how it is. When
Yeah, man.
weekends go and then all of a sudden you're like, August? What? Oh, it's going to be winter again soon.
I know.
Yeah,
man.
as
I
long
know.
as long as you still, and obviously, and it sounds like you do still enjoy it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. I do kind of resent the bowl thing every now and then, especially with the little kids that are insisting on throwing stones in.
Yeah.
Like there's only 6 inches of water, boys. There's not going to be that big a splash.
Yeah.
But they'll still throw the stones in.
Oh yeah, man, that's just kids for you.
Yeah.
Inverness is skateboard only as well, isn't it?
It was supposed to be.
Skate park.
We tried to make it no scooters because the base plates cause too much damage. Like, everybody knows this.
Yeah.
That, and let's be honest, kids, a 4-year-old can go on a scooter, not look where he's going, and just go straight into the middle of the flow of skate.
Yeah, good point.
It's too big a park for that as well. You know
Yeah.
what I mean, people coming from all over the place. Like,
So we tried to do no scooters, and we put up reasons why they're not supposed to be there. And there's another woman that makes Inverness Skate Park what it is, and her name is Elizabeth Miller, and she is the queen of Inverness Skate Park. If you've been there and you've seen an old woman emptying the bins or putting up signs, that is Liz Miller.
Hero.
And she is, like, she's probably part of the reason why I'm still so invested in the skate park.
Yeah.
Because the days when I turn up and I see the kids are being me arseholes, she's still down there emptying the bins, doing her, like,
Doing our bit.
Yeah.
she has no reason to be there.
No.
She doesn't have grandkids that use the skate park. She's just a local that's
Just hyped about the
Yeah.
scene
yeah,
and the kids are off the
loves,
streets.
She loves seeing how
That's
much
so
the kids
nice.
use it and stuff
Hell
like
yeah.
that. And like, yeah, so
That's
she's
amazing, man.
If I feel like I'm getting a bit like over it, I look at her and I'm just like, she's 74 and she still turns
My
up.
Lord.
74, turns up, empties the bins. And then the best thing was 3 weeks ago we do like ladies lessons at the skate park on a Saturday.
Oh, amazing.
She turned up and she rolled up, she pushed and rolled by
Are you
herself
really?
at the skate park.
74.
74.
What a legend.
So yeah,
Dude,
we're-
that's hype.
she's queen of the skate park.
She sounds
Like,
sick.
she is the best thing ever.
What's her name again? Sorry.
Liz Miller.
Hell yeah.
And yeah, she gets her ex-husband to build benches. So if you're ever at the skate park and you see wooden benches, not the plastic composite ones,
It's Lizzie's hubby that's made them.
ex-husband.
Excellent.
I think, who knows, he might be trying to get back in there like, I'll build you some benches, babe. Come on, I'm a changed man.
Look at me helping all the kids.
But yeah, like between Liz and Nigel, they're the unrepresented people from the Highlands that have done so much for the
much,
place.
yeah.
Like, they're the best.
No, that's epic, man. I love that shit.
can I
love
ask
it
why
when-
we're on the topic, the Highlands, right? See I don't want to say it in case you're maybe having them on or anything, but are you anywhere close to the big vert that's just been built?
I believe that's an Oban, from what I've
Oban,
heard.
right,
So
yes.
it's a wee bit away. It's closer
Yeah.
to Fort William, but I've heard really good things. I've heard, and
Did I not tell you that I got
Yeah.
asked to go up and I've been asked to go up and film some people. So I cannot fucking wait.
I wouldn't
to
be
go see
like,
that place.
it seems like that just came out of nowhere,
It's
if you know what I mean.
literally,
if
Like
you
for such a big
message-
thing, it was like there was no like, oh, this is getting built or anything. Like, it was just like built. You know what I
Here
mean?
it
Like,
is.
If
it
you
was just there.
message their Instagram account, they will get back to you and be like, "You can come skate in April."
Aye.
That's their banner. They don't care. They're so chill. Like anyone can go skate there. Obviously, like they'll probably check your Instagram to make sure you skate and that, and like who you are. But you
Yeah, it was fine.
easily. They were like, they could tell me I could bring anybody.
that's amazing.
I was
That's exactly.
I was like,
what
let me
Scotland
know
needs.
when loads of people are coming for like a jam or something, and tell me because I want to come on film.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
That'll be a
catch
totally
that shit.
different type of filming as well.
Man. You've been to a vet ramp, like on
Well, yeah, I've won, to be honest with you. When I went to Florida, when like my mum was called, we went to the Vans Park that was there, and they had like,
no way.
and, I mean, like enormous.
yeah,
like, you
and they
stand
got
at
like
the
a
bottom
14
and you're
footer.
like, oh
Yeah,
my,
man.
like just ridiculous. That's the biggest thing I've ever seen. If I'm being honest.
I was at the Red Bull vet ramp, came to Dundee one year.
in the factory.
Yes.
That's the same one I went to.
Dude.
Wild.
Oh, like there was like vert skaters there skating as well, like doing airs and like caballeros and front 5-0s and like it was great. But it's like, you know, when you go to the circus and you're watching people do something, it doesn't even seem like they're actually people. That's exactly.
Yeah.
It's a spectacle, man.
I feel like
People are
that's a
flying.
completely different type of
Dude,
skateboarding
they're
altogether.
flying
You know
in
what I mean?
They're
That's
flying in
like,
the air. You're like, it's like Evil Knievel type shit.
it doesn't matter
You know
how
what I mean,
good
though?
you are at anything else. That's
You're
just
not just
like,
falling off a little 2-foot ledge onto your arm. You're falling like 25 feet from the air to the ground.
Stuntmen.
Yeah, it is, man. It so is. Man.
Unless you're Jimmy Wilkins, in which case you're an artist. 'Cause, my God.
back ollies, just floaty. Oh man, I'm getting all quivery sitting in my seat thinking about Jimmy Wilkins,
wild.
man.
I'm dying to get a skate in that place. Eh?
Yeah, me too, man. Me
You got
too.
the knee pads ready for
Oh,
it.
mate, I'll have the whole
The
body
knees, the
pad.
elbows.
bubble wrap. Like.
Well needed.
Obviously, I'm gonna drop the link for Forgotten Road on our page and the PayPal.
Ah,
Just
yeah,
for
yeah.
anyone
I
that's
always feel real
feeling-
guilty when people PayPal me money
I
because I'm
was-
like,
I was
oh,
just
I need to go and
saying
build
that,
something now.
Get that plug.
No, I think you're essentially providing a service.
Amen.
I mean,
Dude, you're like putting in so much work.
and you have as well. So I'll drop that into our link tree and obviously on the description for
Thank you very much.
what episode at all. I will definitely send you something because I do appreciate you obviously coming the whole way down from Inverness to sunny
The way up.
G-Town.
I was hearing it was actually the way up.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, for the last
Totally forgot about that part.
last 4 months I've been in Newcastle every week, so it's kind of like on the way. Sort of.
Well, thank you for
kind of-
stopping by.
No problem.
Hell
no
yeah.
problem.
What we'll do as well is our usual song of the day. So anyone already got their song of the day? Any song, any album, any year.
There's so many good songs, but since we're talking about Tony Hawk's and shit earlier, Rage Against the Machine, Guerrilla Radio. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's pretty much any Rage Against the Machine song I'm down for.
No, that one was actually on my list. Like, so thank God.
Hell yeah.
It's on.
I'd have to say MF Doom, to be honest with you. Just anything Doom. I absolutely love it, to be honest with you. Just
R.I.P.
anything Doom. Rhymes like dimes, just any of that. I love it.
MF Doom's so sick, man. That's a shout.
I think I'll just go with the song that I've had on my phone the longest, which is Gangstar Above the Clouds.
Hell yeah!
It's just been on my phone since like 2009. Like
Amazing.
I heard
That like some iTunes type shit.
I heard it at the end of a snowboarding video. A guy was like fake rapping at the back of a van to it, and I was just like,
What is
What
this?
is
and this is before Instagram and all that kind of shit. So I had to email the company and be like, yo, you know, on the outro of your video and the guy's rapping, what song is it?
What song is that?
And he was like, Gangstar Above the Clouds. And downloaded it, bought the album. You remember CDs? You know when you buy albums?
Yeah.
I still buy
yeah.
CDs.
You still buy CDs?
Still buy CDs.
Yes.
Still buy CDs. What's maybe one of the only people in the UK doing it, but I will still. If an artist I love releases a CD, I will buy the CD.
I still buy DVDs. Even though it's going to go on YouTube within a week.
Yes, I definitely.
There's something
do.
about having like a physical copy of something that's
Oh,
appealing to me as
yeah.
well. I love like graphic novels and like collecting like old books and shit. And
How big is your sticker collection?
oh, dude, disgusting. It's disgusting. I've got like a bag at my mum's, man, because I used to get like Sidewalk and you would get the sticker pack every week with Sidewalk, man. We'd always keep them. I've got like probably like a binder's worth of old skate stickers, man. I love stickers so much.
I think every skateboarder does.
They do, don't they? Yeah, there's something about it.
That's
man.
the question. You want free stickers? Yes.
I know. I keep.
Everybody's down at the bottom of the bowl trying to grab them and they're getting chucked out and shit.
I keep not trying to get them made. I keep saying, right. See, when I'm paid this month, I need to get stickers, and then like
Yeah.
something else comes up, and I'm like, right, I need to get stickers this month. And
It's
like,
one
I
of the
just-
best probably ways to promote
I
your stuff. 'Cause it's so
know.
cheap to make, and
I am bad.
every
at promoting.
fucking one wants them.
I am bad
everyone.
at promoting.
Mhm.
Like, I mean, I'm bad at promoting. I need to get better at it. Song of the day. I'm going to pick, just because we're talking about Tony Hawk's there, I didn't want to do the obvious one, which is Goldfinger, Superman.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll pick another Goldfinger song called Here in Your Bedroom. I think it's maybe like 1997 or something. It's very of that time. It's very good. And they just released like a whatever anniversary edition of the song and just put an Avril Lavigne verse on it.
Oh no!
So I was
way.
like, this shit was made for me.
oh, that's
This
amazing!
was made for me.
Hell yeah!
So yeah, that's good. But you guys get anything at all you want to plug?
Oh shit! Like Loaded SB, like Fife's first skate shop in 15 years.
Of course.
Mark that owns that, one of the best fucking dudes around. If you're in Fife and you need boards or wheels or trucks or clothes, get along to Loaded SB. It's in Leslie in Fife. It's the fucking place to be.
I think I'll just sub the arches, to be honest with you. Get down, get stuck in on the days that are building, just try and keep it tidy as well. Shout out to Charlie. He's like obviously a god
We
for
love
building
Charlie.
the place, you know what I mean? So
Props on his strawberries. They look
Dude,
delicious.
Yeah.
How sick was like the wee arch and shit that he made?
Amazing.
Amazing, innit? Like got some like stone masonry shit right there. Like we were there, mind, when he was actually
Aye, putting
the
it
process of building it,
Had the big wooden hang
had like the big wooden support underneath, and then like by the time we were leaving, he was knocking it out and that. And it was like, yes! It was such a spectacle, man. Charlie's the man. I love
Yeah.
Charlie so much.
gives me something to aim for. Like,
Hell yeah, man.
his level of workmanship.
Dude,
is-
you're like, oh, you're up there as well.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Seriously, everyone talks
Anything you
about
want to
the
plug,
Forgotten
Ali?
Road.
A DIY you've heard about or anything?
I just want to plug people respecting their own skate park. Like, if you go to a spot and you're always there, why are you expecting somebody else to clean up after you? Like, don't get me wrong, I'm sure you're not the one that threw the rubbish down there, but if you don't pick it
It's
up,
not about that though, you know what I mean?
yeah, you just got to keep on top of it. And I just can't get away with kids these days being like, just throwing it away. It's like, if I was a kid these days, I'd be playing the whole, look at the earth that we've inherited. Like, you guys are so bad. Like, you've
Of
absolutely
course.
ruined this planet. I've never dropped a bit of litter in my life. I'd be putting it on everybody else. And it's just like, instead, they're just like, nah, I'll just chuck it out as well.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Sadly, I don't think you realise those things though until you're like,
old.
yeah. Sadly,
A lot of the time, it's just kids just can't be. They're
their
bored.
minds like that as well.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah, you know what I mean?
bored. They're like they're. Let's be fucking honest. What is there to do? Tell me. Like youth clubs are like.
What is there to do? They can sit on an iPad and smoke an elf bar.
There you go. There you go. Mate. Get away back in your
That's
room,
all they
man.
seem to do now.
But no, it's true though. It's true. But I think like boredom comes a lot down to that. Like we done stuff years ago in Dunfermline. That's probably before you even skated, Zach. And because we had like Neds and shit coming down all the time, folk getting chased with knives, like you name, like just bad shit was happening all the time down there. And then you kind of place called Tower House in Dunfermline.
Aye. Yeah.
So a lot of like bad kids would go down there as well, kind of maybe get sent there after school or during school. If they weren't like allowed in school anymore, they get sent down there. It's just like a community centre for it's like music and alternative sort of
Like the
stuff that happened
Bridges.
in there. Aye.
Shout out the bridges.
And what they done was they got like all the kids that were misbehaving to come down to the skate park, clean it up, and then if they cleaned it up, they got to graffiti it. So they got to draw artwork out of it. Who's going to mess up something that they've just done? That was the mentality behind it. You know what I mean? If
Reverse
they
psychology.
feel like it's their
Ownership.
skate
yeah,
park,
they're invested in it as
it's
well. that
their
way.
skate park,
Yeah.
then they're more likely to take care of it. And it did work, but like again, a couple of generations, then it's back to fucking square one.
Yeah.
You need to kind of keep
Keep it going.
Yeah, man, that's it.
I think that's like the best thing about Dunfermline, if I'm being honest now. Like, I don't know, there's like, we tried and tried and tried to get a new park, like different things and different people trying things and stuff like that. And I feel like Rory, like, they've changed it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, they're actually getting it done. And like, it's, I don't know,
Shout out Boards for
the
Bairns.
the
as
new
well.
scene, it's just class.
Well, I hope you've had the time of your life. I have.
Yeah, it's
Dude,
been
I've
great.
enjoyed
Yeah.
myself so
Lovely.
much,
Thanks
man.
very much.
Really appreciate you.
Stay here
doing
for
this.
hours.
As always, everyone is welcome back. We're just trying to give everyone a chance, and
Hell
then
yeah.
start next year. We can start bringing different people back and have different conversations. But thanks so much for listening. These guys' Instagram handles are obviously all over the page, and we'll see you next Friday.
Hell yeah.
Class.
Have a
Thanks,
good
man.
one, guys.
Peace.
Thanks for having us.